Hush now, you're standing on a landmine.
South African woman are even hotter and I am hot.
Hush now, those eyes cannot harm.
Hi, I'm Robyn Korkie. I'm 21 years old and I model full-time. I live in Joburg, currently staying in Auckland Park, relocated here from Durban sometime last year, and I model because I'm passionate about it. It's very exciting, it takes me places, and I meet a lot of interesting people. I started modeling at a very late age because my parents didn't approve, so I started at 19. What happened was I was in a shopping centre, Woolworths actually, and Patricia Lewis saw me there, somehow persuaded my parents to let me start modeling, and she got me a modeling contract with a Durban-based agency. For some lucky reason, a Joburg agent scouted me on Facebook. Yes, these things happen. And I started doing the Nedbank Cup. That was ultimately one of the best things that happened to me. Nedbank Cup exposure is major. Thereafter, I somehow got involved with someone from Joburg, and through that, I was able to do a lot of work in Joburg, and I eventually relocated because I started spending more time here, making more money from gigs in Joburg, and yes, basically that's it. The best moments of my modeling career was when I made it into the finals of Miss Ushaka. And for me, that was major because I had never done any pageants prior to that, so that was my first pageant. And then the top 5 at 5 on SABC 1, where they choose 3 girls to basically live recite the top 5 best soccer moments of the Nedbank Cup. Basically, I live my life on the principles of do follow your heart, do what's in your heart. So that's what I do most of the times, and yes, sometimes your heart will mislead you, but it's always made me happy. I always follow my heart and just be free. I don't usually think a lot about the logistics of a situation. I don't weigh up options. I'm the kind of person that jumps and swims. I'm that kind of person in all of my situations and my struggles. It's basically been sink or swim. And yes, it's reckless, but hey, that's how I am. So some of the best things about what I do is the fact that I only have to work, say, 10-12 days in a month, and I'm sorted. My schedule is very flexible, so if I feel like going away to some resort for 2 weeks, I can just tell my agent I'm going to be out of town for 2 weeks. And I'm okay, and I just feel that because of that flexibility, you are able to enjoy your life so much more. And with my work, I get to travel, as I mentioned, so you get to see the whole country free of cost. So your accommodation is sorted, your food, everything, and you get paid. And a lot of the times I rub it in my parents' face and tell them I get paid to have a good time and live my life. And yeah, I mean, I just feel, why should one, if you have a pretty face and a great body, why should you slave your way off at a 9-5, working 25, 26 days a month, when you could work 10, 12 days and have all your expenses sorted? Because I'm pretty much independent, not even pretty much, I'm independent, and I work 12 days in a month and I have a good time. I love what I do. So those are some of the best things. Sometimes you get free clothes, free makeup, free stuff all the time, free entrance to events. Yeah, it's awesome. The cons, goodness. A lot of the times agents mac on girls. So that's not very cute because as a model, especially when you're starting out, you don't have that many clients, and it's a struggle. Starting out is a struggle. I think when I started, as I said, I started not so long ago, and for the first 6 months I didn't make any money. It's a struggle. Yeah, agents smack on models all the time and you feel pressured. I mean, I've felt pressured so many times. You feel pressured to sleep with your agent or sleep with the client when he maxes on you. Also, a lot of the times as young girls, our parents don't approve. They want better things for us, or what they perceive to be better things, like school, like a 9-to-5, something stable. So yes, that as well. And then the temptation of getting sucked into drugs, and because drugs are very easy to access when you're in the modeling world. Alcohol, excessive partying, and gold digging as well, because we meet a lot of wealthy guys, and it's easy to say, you know what, screw modeling, screw this gig, that gig, screw work tomorrow, I have a rich boyfriend and he's just going to take care of me. So I would really advise girls to just stay focused. Advice I would give to young girls aspiring to be models would be definitely follow your heart. If it's what you want to do, if it's really what you want to do and you're sure about it, don't let anyone hold you back from pursuing it. Don't let your parents or your friends or whoever hold you back. First thing you need to do is, obviously, you need to be in shape. Because as much as there is a platform for plus size models or curvier girls, the truth is that the slimmer girls get booked more and they get more events. Also, the taller you are, the better. I'm currently 165, so I can't do ramp modeling. And I think as young girls, you're going to have to make peace with that, because the ramp girls make more money and they get more gigs. First thing is you need to find a proper agent. And as much as I love Durban, Durban is a great city, but for the shorter girls, there isn't a platform for modeling. So if you're shorter than 172 and you really want to pursue modeling, I would advise you to either move to Cape Town or Joburg. So first thing, find an agent in Joburg or Cape Town. And as long as you have a proper agent, as long as you have good head on your shoulders, you should be fine, because your agent is basically going to take you wherever you need to go. And because you go a lot of places and you meet a lot of very important, prominent people, I would just advise you to always keep your feet on the ground, because it's easy to get drawn into the fast life, partying, drugs, all those kinds of things. So always remember, keep your feet on the ground and don't get caught up in partying and drugs and all those kinds of things. I think it's a very unique organization, and I'm glad that someone decided to bring up or to create an organization of the sort, because a lot of the times we teach our girls, young girls or young women, to aspire to women of international standards, like your Beyoncés and your Rihannas, and they just, a lot of the times it feels like it's very difficult to relate to people like that. So the fact that this organization is looking at South African women and women like me, who I feel are pretty ordinary, and they can see that women like me can actually inspire other girls. I think that's very special, because a lot of the times we take more from people that we feel we can relate to, and the message reaches deeper and it reaches more people, because a lot of the times we don't want to look at your Beyoncés and your Rihannas, because we feel, why? We come from completely different worlds and completely different backgrounds, and it's hard to aspire to people like that. So it's the fact that we are looking at South African women, very special. South African women reaching out to other South African women, very special, very intelligent idea actually. South African women are even hotter, and yes, I am. My name is Robyn Korkie, and you are watching Qoolerbox TV.
Qoolerbox Tv.